Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is my beautiful model Maxine, and I'm really trying to focus on the skin a lot today, and just doing like a really simple eye. So I'm starting off with her brows first, and I'm using the Pro Brow Palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just following the natural brow shape as always, and filling in the tail darker, and then just kind of doing like hair-like strokes through the front, and then making sure to brush it all through with a spoolie.
I can feel you. I see you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. I see you. For a moment, even though that I can feel you.
So now I'm just carving out her brows with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light, and usually I would move on to eyes straight after this, but this tutorial is more about the skin, so I thought I would come back to the eyes.
Now I'm finally right here with you.
So now I'm just priming her face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and then I actually go in and like colour match her, which I should have done first, but I forgot I hadn't already done that. So what I do is after I do match her, I go and apply primer to that same spot that I wiped away, and then do go on with foundation. So I just tried light beige and warm beige on her face, and I felt like she would be a good mix of the both. So I mixed like equal amounts of light beige and warm beige in the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and dotted it all over her skin and blended that out with a brush. Now when I finished doing this, I had quite a lot of foundation on my hand, and I was trying to go for that dewy look. So what I did was I mixed in like one big pump of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal onto that foundation on my hand, mixed it around, and just pounced that in with a beauty blender.
Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer. Heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going. Why we gotta feel amplified. Sing to the morning.
So now I'm just using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer to highlight and contour. So I'm using, I think it's the shade Light to highlight, and then I don't even remember what shade I used to contour, but I will list it in the description bar. So I'm just making sure to put some on her eyelids, because that will be our primer for eyeshadow, and then once everything's in place, I go in with my Real Techniques sponge and just blend it all out. So apparently I was on the phone as well. I don't even remember this, but it happened. So yeah.
Tripping up inside. All the words you told me. Am I reading something different from your eyes? See you. For a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you. For a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer. Heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going. Why we gotta feel amplified. Staying to the morning. Countless hours spending by your side.
So now I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops, And like once I first applied them to the skin, I was like, whoa. But then I went in with my sponge and they blended out so beautifully and so naturally, and it just gave like that glow from within look, which is totally what I was going for. So I was like, yes. So yeah, really, really loving these. So now that I've used all the liquid products, I can go in and set stuff. So I'm just patting out the areas first so that there's no creasing, and then I'm taking some of the RCMA no color powder just to set the eyelids and the under eye area and so on. So my camera stopped filming, as it does soon. I really need to look at my settings because I think it stops around like 25 minutes each time. But what I can say is make sure you get those smile lines, because yeah, I've learned the hard way. So moving on to eyeshadow, I'm taking this pinky peachy shade from the Nude Beach palette from the Balm, and I'm just really buffing that into the crease and just a little bit above, just for our transition shade, and just taking my time and just really kind of dragging that into the lid as well. So now I'm taking this purple shade and I'm just kind of focusing this on the outer V, but really brushing it in towards the lid just to give that blended effect. And I'm also like brushing it up towards the crease just to blend everything in. And then I'm going to take this kind of golden shade, this shimmer shade, and just pat that all over the lid. And then after that I end up taking the more bronze shade and just kind of patting that in between that gold shade and that purple shade, just so that everything kind of blends together a lot more nicely. And then I take a blending brush and just go and blend everything just so there's no harsh lines. For the brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm just taking a bit of the Becca Champagne Pop because I just love this so much still. And yeah, then I will move on to liner. So I'm using the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and I thought, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do another wing. So we're just doing a small wing, just lining the lid first, and then just, yeah, mapping out a little wing. So I always make sure with my clients that they open their eyes and look straight ahead, just so that I can get the shape of the wing first, and then they close, and I will go and fill it in. So now I'm just giving her lashes a little coat of mascara, and my glue is just sitting getting tacky on the lashes, so I'm moving straight onto the lower lash line. So I'm just taking a pencil brush and a mixture of the lightest shades and buffing that under her lash line, and then I will go in with the darker shade and a smudger brush and just get right up close, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply falsies.
Seeing all the truth behind your eyes. See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you.
So after I apply the falsies, I always make sure that my models just stay looking down, just so that they don't move around a lot when they blink. And I'm moving on to contour. So I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette as always, and I'm just taking a mixture of the two lightest shades and just starting to chisel out her cheekbones. And then I am going in with the Hoola bronzer just to warm up her face a little bit more, and also around the forehead. And then I went in with the Milani Luminoso blush and just pat that on her cheekbones and just all the way back up. So for highlight today, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette, and OMG, can we just talk about how blinding this highlight is? Like, I haven't used this properly for highlight. I usually use it for brow bone and stuff, but I was just like, oh my gosh, why did I even put this down? This was just so intense and beautiful, and I just loved it.
Seeing all the truth behind your eyes.
Just so that everything really blends in nicely, I'm taking my sponge again and just pushing that highlight in, because I just hate really harsh lines, especially with highlight. So then I'm going to go and give her lower lashes a coat of mascara and move on to lips. So I'm lining her lips with what I think is the 951 lip pencil. because I'm just going for a nude lip today. So I'm just going to fill her lips in with this, and then I will go over it with a gloss, which is the Colourpop Fairy Floss Gloss.
See you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you.
So now to make her lips pop a little bit more, I'm just placing a little bit of No Shade from Dose of Colours just in the center, and then I'm going to take a brush and just start to blend that all in. And then I am going to touch up her lash line on the top. So just taking some of that black gel liner and just making sure that there's no glue showing through and that that line is nice and straight. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and just set her face. And this is the completed look. So these are just some bloopers, because seriously, when I film client tutorials, we just crack up the whole time. So I am obsessed with these. So yeah, please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.